Head of Education here at the Freedom Club, and here to help you find your first or next winning dropshipping product. That's what we do all day, all the time here at the Freedom Club. And for those of you watching on YouTube, let me share my screen real quick. Let me show you who we are. So we are the Freedom Club. We teach students from all around the world how to be successful in dropshipping. Here's my story right here. I've made $16 million over the past 8 years in dropshipping. And just let me adjust my camera real quick. That's a bit better. And where was I? Yeah. $16 million over the past 8 years. I live and breathe e-commerce. I do this day in, day out. This is my career, and I am thrilled and honored and humbled to be here today to teach people how to do this for themselves. This is just some of the success stories that we've had. If you're interested, head over to thefreedomclub.com. You can sign up, you can book a call, have a lovely chat with our team. But for the rest of this call, we'll be talking to members of the Freedom Club. If this is your first time here, guys, can I please ask that you jump in the chat and you say hello? And tell me what you're up to in the course. Tell me if you have some products that you've been thinking about launching, because I am the guy responsible for approving those products. And if you put a product in for an approval, I'll be looking at it and I'll be getting back to you if I think it's a good idea or not. So you may as well jump in the chat right now and pop those links in. For everybody else, just give me a moment. Let me get my stream up on YouTube. Hello, Julie. It's your 5th day today. Fantastic. Welcome to the club. I'll be looking at. All right. I'll share my screen in just a second. I got a gift for you guys, just for showing up. All right. We're going to start with my winning product database. Now, this is not the winning product database from the Freedom Club. This is mine, and I manage this myself independently. It's my personal one. So you can get access to my winning product database just by clicking that link. Hello, Owen. It's your 6th day here. Fantastic. Welcome. Danielle, you here to find a winning product? Wanted to change your product before you got live? Cool. Fair enough. Marlene, you signed up yesterday. Welcome to the Freedom Club. It's nice to have you here. So let me go through a couple of things with this sheet. You're probably going to be looking at this thinking, okay, I'll have a look at these August products because it's August. And that's a smart move. Finding products that I find have just recently found is a pretty good idea for finding fresh, trending products. But not all good products are trending. And I don't always find the freshest products. If you come back in time and you even go back to what was working, say, July in 2025, and you look at my list here, if you click on some of these and they're still live, there's a good chance they're still making money. Like this one right here, still making money. If you click on their Facebook ads, which is a link right here that takes you to the Facebook ad library, which is free. Facebook ad library is free. Not particularly useful for finding products, but very, very useful for looking at the ads that a company is running. And if you see their product here, they're still making money, and they've been making money this whole time. And that may be a very, very good idea. Now, you probably noticed that these things are color-coded. If I color-code it red, probably a good idea to avoid that product. If I color-code it to be orange, pretty good idea to avoid that product. Or at least do more research and find more competitors. Because if you can find more competitors that have ads live in the Facebook ad library, there's a good chance they're making money. And there's a good chance it's a good product. You notice the word I said a lot there, chance. So when we're doing this sort of product analysis, we don't know what's going on behind the covers. I've got stores that I've been running ads for, and I'm confident that I'll get them working, but for a long time they weren't profitable. So anyone copying off me on those stores would have had a hard time. So it is a bit of luck. There is luck involved in choosing the right product. The thing is, e-commerce is a skill, and the more times that we do this, the better we get. And the better we get, the more money we make. So it's a skill that you can exercise and get better at. Now, if the product is white, it's a good product. It's a good product to go for, jump on it, build your store, and go live. If you see a product that's green, green doesn't necessarily mean better. Green in this case means maybe easier for a new person to implement quickly. That's all it means. Doesn't mean more lucrative. In fact, for many cases, I think the white products could be more lucrative, but the green ones are like, hey, you know, this is a This is a no-brainer. You might make a bit of money. If it's gold, this is my personal recommendation. Not recommendation. This is my personal flag. I'm going to run this product. So if you see me in the news feed and you pick the same product, don't get upset. It's just me putting my hand up saying, hey, I think I might run this at some point in the future, or I have run it, or I'm currently running it. And I encourage all competition. Just because you see me running a product doesn't mean you can't jump on. Just because someone else is running one doesn't mean you can't jump on. Just because a coach is running one doesn't mean you can't jump on it. But all we ask is that when you do jump on a product, you don't take someone else's videos and you don't take someone else's images. There is no reason for that in 2026. We have so many AI tools out there that can help us make our creatives. So we just don't want to steal from other people. And don't copy and paste their copy either. Come up, look at what your competitors are doing and do better. If you're just carbon copying somebody's content across to your site, you're copying their mistakes. What we need to do is find little gaps in the market, find ways to improve their landing page, find ways to improve their images, and make a way better website than theirs. That's what I do. All right, Ali, first time here, haven't got any products yet. That's your next task. You are a professional organizer, so you're looking at home organizing products. Damn, that sounds great. That's perfect. Yeah, absolutely. Julie, you're on lesson 16 about product research, and you're thinking about a baby bottle warmer. I would advise no, do not sell a baby bottle warmer or any milk extractions. Why? They just don't work. Those two particular products, I have never seen a successful student make money on those. That doesn't make sense. I've never seen a student successfully make money on those. The baby niche is fantastic. There are tons of stuff in this share file here for baby stuff. It's a fantastic niche, and yeah, one of the other coaches does run a baby store. I won't tell you exactly what product she runs or exactly what her brand is, but she runs a quite successful baby store, and you can do it. Just don't sell bottle warmers. I don't know why they're hard to sell. I just think it's such a subjective thing, and I have a feeling that with the breast pumps and the bottle warmers, I feel like that's something that your mother-in-law or your mother buys you, or a friend, and you don't really buy that yourself most of the time. So you might get sales, but you find it very, very hard to make that profitable. That's what I think, personally. All right, let's go find some products. Now, today I'm going to be using an app called Trend Track. This is an expensive trend tracking and ad spying and store spying tool. This is not Minia. This is for the big boys or anyone who wants to pay. Do I recommend this app? Yes, this app is fantastic. It does cost, I think, I don't know how much this costs, to be honest, because they literally give me an account so that I can run these streams. So thank you to Trend Track for sponsoring me and for giving me these accounts. Now I can tell you, if you do want to run Trend Track, I can give you a 20% discount. They made me an affiliate, and so if you use this link, if you like the tool, and you end up wanting to use the tool yourself, use this link and you can get 20% off. Now, why is this so cool? Well, the app's really cool. I know this sounds like a sales pitch. Honestly, unless you thoroughly enjoy this, and you want all this data to go and look deeper into stuff, you probably don't need it. But if you do want to, like I am obsessed with looking at my competition and looking at other stores and looking at new ideas for ads. And that's why even if these guys didn't give me an account, I would have an account with Trend Track. I've got an account with PP ads. I had an account with Winning Hunter, but I've decided this is my favorite one. How can you know? This is from Emiliano. How can you know if you choose a product and that product... Well, let me read that again. How can I know if I choose a product and that product, all those products are already run by another seller in the community? How do we know if we're not going to compete against us? You don't know. But what I can tell you is we have thousands of students in the Freedom Club, and there are hundreds of thousands of dropshippers out there. So it doesn't matter if you're competing with someone in the Freedom Club, because you will absolutely be competing with someone elsewhere. Many someones. That's the name of the game. If you find a product that has a lot of competition out there, there is a very good indication that there is money in that market, and you just want a slice of that pie. We're just going in there for a slice of that money. And the more competition, the better. I love highly competitive products. In fact, over the past 4 or 5 stores that I've built, only one of those stores has been in a niche where I couldn't find two competitors. And it was tough. It was really tough. Things are so much easier when you find a product with a lot of competition. So if you're looking for the right niche and you're not quite sure, you can use this shop tracking tool. And you can come down here and you can search keywords of things that you might want to look at. For example, dogs, hair, sleep, snoring. I started a snoring store recently, which has been quite successful. And you can see the kinds of shops in that niche, and you can add it just at a glance. Just see, hey, look, these guys selling workout gear. Look at the amount of traffic that they've been growing by, and look at the amount of ads that they've been growing by. That's a positive store. And you can start to get a feel for different trends in the market. And this is just the tip of the iceberg with this tool, because this is just looking at the first 5 seconds of using it. Once you get into a store, let's pick one. Let's pick a random one. What's this one? Smoochie. I think this is like lip stain. Wow, look at the burst in traffic there. Absolutely incredible. Good past Trustpilot scores. We can see their best-selling products right here, which is good. Now we get to see similar products. So other stores selling the same products. Now this is starting to become a very powerful tool, because you can do the same things with these stores. You go into them, you find their competitors, you find their products, you find their ads, and you start taking notes, because this is now building you a huge list of competitors, which is really step one of launching a store. What I do when I launch a store, I pull up a Google Sheet and I just start putting down all of the URLs of my competitors, and I go and find the best ads and I put down the URLs for those ads in the Facebook ad library. That way, whenever I'm thinking, what am I going to do next for this business? I just look in my cheat sheet and like, we'll make an ad today. We'll add a new product today. We'll play with the landing page today. Is it a global view or just limited to Australia? No, this is global. This is worldwide. Look at these stores. This is Netherlands and Ireland. So yeah, what's the difference between this app and Trend Track? What's the difference between Trend Track and Minia? Minia is just an ad spying tool, and Minia will get you by. I can't say anything bad about Minia. It's not a bad tool. But Trend Track, this is Minia on super steroids. Because not only does it do the ad spying, which we'll get into in a second, it also does the shop spying, which is absolutely invaluable. For example, I've got all these shops that I follow. If I come down in here and I go shops, these are all the shops that I have found. Yes, you can search just in Australia. You can search in any country that you want. These are the shops that I'm following, so I can look in on them at any time and see how they're doing, see what new products they've added, see how the ads are going, see which ads they've just launched, see which ads they have turned off, and gives me a pretty big competitive edge in the market. All right, let's go find ourselves some winning products. So we're going to go analyze ads. I would like to search for ads that are in the USA, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, United Kingdom. Those are my top 5. Is that 5? That's 5. Now, last few times I've been doing this, that's all I've been doing. But now I actually want to go in and look at technology, Shopify only. Only brands using Shopify. And if I can go, we don't want to see Shopify ads. Let's see if we can actually, that's pretty good. Let's go longest actives. This is going to show us the ads that have been running for the longest time. Can we go into niche even? No fashion, hobbies, beauty, home and garden, tech, not really gifts, not really winning, sports and outdoors, pet supplies, toys and games, travel and luggage, baby and parenting. And we'll stick with that. All right. Now, some of these I will skip through only because they're already on the list. That's a word you'll hear me say a lot. But let's go deeper in today, because I think we went through a fair few of these last stream, which is good because we can keep scrolling through. What I'm looking for, problem-solving products. Bamboo shield, interesting. I'm looking for problem-solving products, preferably something that people will buy and come back for. I don't trust this one. This is the Ninja Shark Australia. I think it's a dangerous product to sell. What if something goes wrong? Anyway, I'm looking for products that people will buy, preferably ones that they're going to come back for. I'm preferring to find products that are small. When I say small, like a hand sort of package, a hand size package, or, something that's not going to cost a lot of money to send from China. I'm also looking for things that are maybe lightweight. The lighter, the better. And if you can get the Holy Grail, something that people use and come back for. You don't have to have that one, but if you can, my goodness. That's what I got with Homecraftology. They come in, they buy my kits, they get delivered, they work on them for a couple of weeks, they put them on their wall, and then they're like, oh man, I loved that. I need another one. I need another one right away. I've got lady, I showed this screenshot to the coaches today. I got this lady, and she bought from me. Where is she? Where is she? I think it was 150 times already. Here it is. 152 times that she's bought from me. She spent $6,000 on my store in total. Absolutely incredible. So when you have those customers who just love your brand, they will be your best asset. American Quilt Company. Interesting. What do these guys sell? T-shirt blank quilts. What? That's cool, but I actually would have liked it if you could just choose your... I wonder if you could just... Well, what if you had like a quilted blanket store and you made quilted blankets and people could choose from like designs? That's pretty interesting. But the logistics of that are going to be very, very difficult. So we'll skip that one for now. Cool idea though. Put that in the tank. E-bike rentals, no thank you. Electronics like these, no thank you. Real dog food. We're not looking for foods. What's the best approach as a beginner? If we find products that don't have eBay sellers in Australia, then you'd contact me and you say, hey, Chris, I have a product and I want to sell it and there's nowhere I can get it from. Can you help me get a supplier? And I'll give you our supplier that I've used for the past 8 years. In fact, when I build a store, I don't even look for it on eBay personally. I just go straight to the supplier and say, hey, can you supply this? And they send it out directly from China. It's all automated. I don't have to do anything. And then I just pay for my products as I need to. You want to look into personalized items? What's the best? Would it be best to have more knowledge before going down this road? I love personalized items. I think they're fantastic. And the thing is, our supplier can personalize anything you want. So if that's what you're looking for, pick the thing that you want to personalize. Get in touch with me. I'll put you in a chat with the supplier, and we can figure out how we do it. Simple sleep weighted blankets. Now that's interesting. I have never seen a successful weighted blanket store. I don't know what it is about weighted blankets, but they just don't sell. Maybe it's just an Australian thing. These guys are from Canada. And let's take a look at their ads. It's a simple sleep weighted blanket. You're welcome. If you start off with a supplier direct product, is there a minimum order? So it depends. For some products, yeah, there might be a minimum order. But if you go through my supplier or our Freedom Club supplier, there's a very good chance that there won't be any minimum order for the product that you want. Only in very limited cases might there be a minimum order. And usually only if you want to customize that product. So these guys only have the one ad, which is kind of sad. That's been running since April 27, 2021. So this is making money, but it's not making much money. How do I know? If it was, they'd have more ads. It's obviously on a very small budget, getting very cheap clicks and making a little bit of money, but it's a shame they don't have any more than this. So we're gonna move on. Still yet to see a weighted blanket that's working. Okay, what's this one? An RV hose. Okay. $30. There is not enough price there for us to make money. It's going to cost you at least $25 to $30 per sale on Facebook. And that means you got to pay Facebook that, well, you don't have to, but you could get lucky and have a really amazing ad and maybe get it even a little bit cheaper, but you can expect to pay between $20 and $50 to get a sale on Facebook. So we want a product that gives us the best profit margins, and $30 is probably only a $20 profit margin, which is not enough for us to make money. Cheese? Is that cheese or is that soap? Soap. Now, soap is an idea. Soap is a very interesting idea. I nearly had a soap store once, but I never got around to it. In fact, let's go see. Let's go. The Gussie, the goat milk soap. Now, I'm sure that there are requirements to sell soap in Australia. I don't know for sure, but it might be. Do your due diligence. Okay. Gussie the goat milk soap. Cool name. What is the correct mindset? To think selecting just one product and market a niche? Well, so look, this is a store I started basically just for fun because I wanted to show you guys how to do it or how I do it. And I started with this one product idea. It's a product that I use and have used for a while. And it was the only one I could think of at the time. Once, have I been invited to the summit? Yeah. Yes. Austin has invited all the coaches to the summit, and I will be there. Most likely, I will be there. So this is a product that I use for my snoring, and it helped me. I came up with a cheaper version because I was spending $250 on these from the chemist, and so I just thought, you know what, this is the problem. Maybe I can solve it, and I come up with this way cheaper one. I buy these for a lot less than I sell them for. I think there's like, with shipping, like a 4 times markup, which is really good. What was the question? Oh, yes, that's right. So I started with this one product. That was the one I was going to go with. And once it was launched, then I added on some extra products. And I've been testing this ultrasonic mouth sterilizing unit that's been selling okay. It's not too bad. And I've also now got memory foam pillows and blackout eye masks. I'm kind of just testing what works as the upsells for these. So the thing is, though, if you're doing the course teaches you to start with one primary product and at least 2 secondary products. And that's probably a good idea. It's a good idea to have some extra products to boost up your AOV. That is your average order volume, which makes life a lot easier. Now, these guys have been running ads since February 6, 2021. It's fair to say they're making a ton of money, but I don't think they're scaling. They have only got 6 ads. They're not scaling, sadly. If they had a bunch of videos and a bunch of other ads, I'd be getting a bit excited, but they're just a small-time soap business. What theme is my store? My friend. You think this looks good? Man, see my other store. Just promise me you don't look at my stores and think that your store has to look like this. Okay? Quite often we create beautiful stores and they don't convert as well as other simpler stores. This store that you're looking at has been here for like 8 years now. So I've been working on this a long time. I never stopped working on this. Like even today, I was releasing brand new features for this store, and I even implemented this thing where you can come over here and you can create a custom kit where you're using AI to generate kits or generate designs for you to go create into kits. And you can see here my customers are loving it as well. So I mean, this is all custom coded with Claude. Claude is my best friend right now. I have the highest Claude plan that I could get, and I've I've used up 99% of my Claude credits for this week. So the snoring store is the same. This scratch thing here, this is custom coded by Claude so that I don't have to pay for any app to run it. And this whole design here, I mean, it's not the design that makes this store work. It's the testing that I put in place, because you have to find the right angle. And it took me a little while to find the right angle for me. The ad has to match up with the landing page. And so my whole first landing page was about this, scaring the shit out of people. Sorry, scaring people a lot. Sorry, I'm on YouTube and I know some people have their kids watching, so I'll try and keep things, PG. My first take on this was just about the dangers of snoring. But what I realized through testing was it wasn't just the dangers. It was also about people wondering if this is going to fit their mouth. And then most importantly, wondering if this is the best value. And when I added this, I did the research, we looked at all the competition, and we showed people that we were actually the cheapest alternative for this. That's when this store really started to come to life. But you don't have to make your stores look this good, but you have to sell the problem and solution. And even for me, it took me about a month to finally figure out the right problem and solution to sell this product. Even though the solution is snoring, that's not what I had to sell. I had to sell the solution of snoring at budget. If a product is $13 to $15, what would be appropriate margin for selling that item? Well, hopefully 4 times markup. 4 times markup is lovely, but the minimum I would say is 3 times. But if your product is more expensive, let's just say you're selling a $100 product, you can probably sell that for $200, because the more expensive something is, the less you can mark it up and still get sales. So even if you get $100 per sale and it costs you like $20 to $80 to get that purchase on Facebook, you'll still make money, and that's really what we're all about. Now, just because those 2 stores look gorgeous, don't think for a second that the simple Freedom Club theme won't do the job. It absolutely will do the job, and I've seen people go to town on their stores and make them even more spectacular than mine, and their sales just drop. So what we want to do, we give you guys a theme that we know works, and you just follow the formula and you will get sales. Once you've got sales, then you have a baseline number and you can do some testing and you can slowly build your store up the way that you want it to look. The suit store outlet. No, thank you. We're not selling suits. We don't want to sell anything to do with clothes. Clothes are a bad idea. Oh, hard rock supplement. I will skip that. It's supposed to be PG. Bags. Now, I did sell bags for a time. I had a bag store. My big mistake, and I'd love for you guys not to make this mistake. What is this website theme? Try Lux Light. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's a shrine theme. Yeah, that's 100% shrine. You can pretty much buy the shrine theme for $500 and you can have this website done in like maybe a couple of hours work. It's not that spectacular, not that difficult. Now, I did have a bag store. The problem that I had with my bag store is for whatever God knows why reason, I decided to launch bags for women. And it sounded like a great idea. I thought, women like bags, women like to shop. There should be a match made in heaven. The big problem that I had was when I tried to make my own ads as a founder, I looked utterly ridiculous holding these women's handbags, trying to sell these bags to women. It really helps if you can get in front of the camera after you've launched and you can spruik your own product and be your founder. And to do that, I think you've got to have a connection with the product. Now, for Homecraftology, you're probably thinking, Chris, how you get in front of the camera and you spruik Homecraftology? Yeah, I do. This is a business that I made for my wife and I. And people know that I'm the CEO and they know that this is something we built together because of her story and what she went through. So I was able to connect with the product and I was able to connect with the audience. Just keep that in mind when you're choosing your product. If I could go back and do the bags again, I probably would go with a leather duffel bag. Now I know for a fact, this type of leather bag You can buy this for about, what, $60 to $80 from China. These guys are selling it for $360. It's actually, it's a good idea. And they're doing all leather products. China has pretty decent leather products that you can sell. In fact, I've seen all of these. The only difference that these guys have is they're putting their logos in. You don't have to do that to start with. Just sell what you can get. And when you're ready, you can put your own logo on these things for a price. Now, let's have a look at the Facebook ads for these guys before I get too excited. That ad is no longer in the library. No big deal. They don't have any ads running to Australia. Again, no big deal. Let's see if they've still got active ads running. $1,700 followers. So they haven't been doing this for too long, but they only have 3 ads. And they've only been running, or they've been running them since March and April. So they've been running them a while. This tells me that perhaps there's a significant chance that they're just having a hard time getting sales. That's not very exciting. Another one of their ads. Great big stuff. We're selling games. Come on, Facebook. Here we go. You guys got any more questions while we're doing this? Sorry, Owen, you asked me, you liked how the upsells are laid out. Is that an app? No, that was all just custom coded in Claude. Great big stuff. They got no ads running, so we'll skip them. They were running for quite some time. Look, they might still be running. They might just have not paid their Facebook bill. They might be off at the moment. Boat stuff, interesting. Bike Kings, motorcycle gear. You can sell motorcycle gear. That might be pretty good. Honeybird coffee.
We've had a long-standing relationship with Honeybird Coffee ever since we opened the shop in 2013.
I think these guys are selling coffee beans, which you can sell. I got a mate who sells coffee beans. He does very well. Sloomb. Clothes. We do not want to sell clothes. Trust me. That is a recipe for disaster. Circle of Hope. Selling Disney products. We can't sell Disney products. They are obviously copyright, so we want to avoid all of those. I never thought of selling ropes before. What the hell is this? It's off now. Bright LED. What is this? Show me. Show me what you got. Just out of curiosity, I just need to see. Austin Bright Light Design. No ads running. That's a shame. Metal decor. We'll skip that one. Oh, Teak Works. Okay. Teak products. Nice. Okay. I never thought of just selling teak products. Now I've considered it kind of, but not like having a teak store. Teak products are in right now for like cooking utensils and cutting boards, all that sort of stuff. I never thought that you could like just sell the whole home teak stuff. What do I mean by custom coded in Claude? Does Claude do it for you? Yeah. No, it's not in the training modules. So Claude is absolutely incredible if you download the Claude app. You have access to a co-work mode. So right now, you might see from time to time, Claude starts using my browser. It's doing a lot for me while I'm streaming. It's setting up. It's actually going through my Google Ads, doing reports on all my Google clients because I run a advertising agency as well. It's doing some emails for me for Homecraftology, setting up my emails for the week. It's custom coding an app that I'm pretty excited to release sometime in the next couple of weeks. I've made an app that should hopefully get approved and go into the Shopify App Store that I'll show you guys when it is approved. But it should help all of your sales. And I've decided that I'm going to go through and actually release a whole bunch of apps that I've designed the way that I think they should be run to make money. So that will be coming. But Claude can absolutely code your theme for you. You go into Claude, you set up a Shopify connector. So you go to Claude, settings, connectors, search for Shopify, connected to your Shopify, and it can do anything you want inside of Shopify. If you wanted to redesign your theme, it can do that. If you want it to rewrite your theme, it can help you. If you give it your competitors and say, hey, here's 5 of my competitors, tell me the difference that they've got to what I've got and the gaps that I've got, and help me come up with different sections to convince people to buy from me. It can do that. And it will code your theme the way that you want it to. And you just got to go back and forth iteratively with Claude until it gives you what you want. But I only recommend you do that after you've launched and after you've tested your products and after you've got some sales, because there's no guarantee that what Claude produces, especially if you don't really know what converts, there's no guarantee that it will convert higher than our theme. Our theme is there because we know that it converts. So use that first, get some data on that, and then play with Claude. All right, so these guys have been running since April 13. They're teak bathroom mats. And oh, look at this, they're teak shower mats. Since 2020. Yeah, we got something. We got something. That's cool. Teak home products. Very, very cool. Travel pants. All right. I'm intrigued.
These are clothing arts.
I don't want to know anymore. Grooming scissors direct. Really? That works? I know a lot of people running dog stores. No way. Really? You can just sell grooming scissors for this much money? Jesus Christ. Give me a second. I need to show somebody this. Hold on. Renee, if you're on the call, which I don't think you are, take a look at that, Renee. She's selling dog products, but dog grooming scissors. Jesus. I didn't realize they were worth so much. Those have got to have a high margin in them. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I love being surprised. It takes a lot to surprise me these days. Okay, what's this thing? Snapping each... this is like a plant growing thing? Okay. All right, let's check your ads. You see how easy this becomes? We see something, we check it out on Facebook, we make sure that the ads are running, we see how long they've been running for, look at the landing page, and if we like the idea, we go deeper and we look more into those products. Now, these guys have 10,000 followers. Just to put that in perspective, Homecraftology has been running for 8 years. I've got like maybe 80,000 followers. So these guys have been gaining followers pretty quick. They haven't touched their ads since late last year. Really? Come on. Okay, we're selling expansion packs and wall kits. Cool. That is a cool product. Okay, plant climbing products. I guess that's the best way to describe this. Ridiculously easy, I think, store to make right there. The ads that they're running are pretty much just a catalog ad and some retargeting ads that are terrible.
Program hole. Now what? Add on to
And one video ad.
program hole. Now what? Add on.
Oh, man. Wish I had more time. I would launch 100 stores. That's a great store to run. Putt about? What's this? Putting mats? Cool. Another great idea. How are the ads on this one? One day I'll launch a golf store. I think it's a great niche because golfers have money. All right, we got July 24th. It's 2023. Jesus Christ. Oh, man. And they got videos and ads. Look. That's disgusting. That's just disgustingly easy. Golf mat. No idea if we can source this product or not. But you could be a golf putting mat specialist. You could even probably sell golf clubs. You could sell the ones where the ball shoot out back to you too. That's cool. That's very cool. How do I know that they're successful products to sell? Well, we'll take a look at this one, for example. These guys have been running ads. These ones since July 7, 2026. But these ones here since May 29, 2021 and 2023. Which means these are fairly new ads. You can tell. Fairly new. So they're coming in, they're reinvesting back into their business. They've been running these ads for so long too that there's no way they weren't making money. Like, this has not been touched since 2001. And what I like about this is when you look at the product, this is a lightweight, easy to ship product. It's something that people will come back for. They're going to buy one. They're going to want another one. They're going to want one with a different shape. We've got accessories that we can sell. I mean, they're not the greatest accessories, but you can sell clubs and balls. I don't know why these guys don't sell clubs and balls. You could do so many things. There's also a ton of other golfing products that I know that you can add. So yeah, I think it's, and how do I know? I don't know. I don't know exactly if it's going to be successful, but I can tell you guys the kinds of products that I would pick, because the only thing that we can really do is test and test quickly. So when I'm trying a new store, I'll have a rough idea of the niche that I want to go into. And I pick a niche and I pick a name that I know that if this particular product fails, it's okay. And there's other products that I can sell. I didn't do that with the snoring store. I came in with the idea of just the snoring mouth guard, because there aren't any other snoring products that I want to sell, because I don't personally think that they work very well. So that was the only product that I was interested in. But that was the only time I did that. With my other stores, I mean, with Home Craftology, I called it Home Craftology just in case diamond paintings didn't work. And I was going to go and pick another craft. And then I had several other stores that I sprung from that idea. We did Paint Craftology, where we sold paint by numbers kits, Scratch Craftology, where we sold scratch painting kits. We did Thread Craftology, where we sold crochet and cross stitching. So how do we know? We don't. We get in there and we test. The most important thing for you guys to remember is momentum. It's way better for you at this stage to get in, create your store and test it, and not worry too much about, did I pick the right product or not? Because the only people who can tell you is the market. Just do your best to pick a product that has a lot of competitors out there, or at least a few big competitors, and a product that's easy to ship and that has a high margin. The rest, the market has to tell us. And if the market tells us that the product sucks, well, the product sucks. No big deal. We pick another one. I reckon for every 3 ideas that I have, I'll probably come out with 1 successful store personally. That's not true. With every 3 products that I choose, I'll come out with 1 successful product. 1 out of 3. For me personally. And when you find that product, every product you tested to find that winning product doesn't matter because you are scaling. And some of these students that I've seen pick a winning product and scale, I've seen them hit 100K months, 150K months. I saw one person do a 200K month. Ridiculous. If the best way is to test, how is the best or only way to test a product? Well, pop it on your store, do your best to look at your competitors, see their angles, and try to pick holes in their formula for how they're selling the problem. Because really, you got to sell the problem before you sell the solution. So your landing page, of course, you're going to show your landing page to the coaches. They're going to give you their opinion. And I'm going to see it too in my marketing masterclass when you get after the launch stage. And we're going to launch with a very simple ad. And hopefully the ad will touch on all the pain points. And if you really want to test it out from there, you'll go and make a founder video, preferably. That'll be my personal preference. For the snoring store, it took me about 12 different founder videos. Like I was getting sales. I got sales from the first few days that we ran the store. And that's going to be likely for most of you too. You're going to launch a store. You're going to launch a very simple ad. And probably one of our ad guys are going to make it for you. And you're probably going to get some sales. Now, whether or not that's profitable, that's a different question. First question, can you get a couple of sales? They might come in at 50 or 100 bucks a sale. 150 if you're unlucky. No big deal. If you can get a couple of sales, well, we can work with that. Now, if you can't get sales, probably best to pivot at this point. If you do get a few sales, then work with the team here and we will help you determine the best angles to try and get those cost per purchases down to a reasonable level. Does that make sense? Or am I just making things a lot more difficult to understand? It makes sense in my head. What else have we got here? Nasty sweat stains. That can't be profitable. There's no way. There's no way. Who's going to that trouble in their hat? $41? Okay, this could be profitable. Let's take a look. Let's take a better look. They're not running in Australia. It's always interesting when you see something that's successful but not in Australia yet, because that's an opportunity waiting for you to pick it up and run it in Australia. There's no sweat. Where are you? I can't see you. Okay, we'll try that again. They have ads. It's been running since 2021. Okay, no sweat is the name of the thing. But then when I put it down to here, it's getting rid of it. So it's not making life easy for me. 1 second, Owen, I'll take a look. Why can't I see these guys very easily? Well, that's annoying. We'll see if we can search for No Sweat Co. Can you see this recording again? Yeah, absolutely. In fact, you can watch this on YouTube. And if you want to be really kind, you can actually give me a like and a subscribe on YouTube, and maybe even drop me a comment. I love people commenting on my YouTube. Okay. No Sweat, we found you. Running ads since 2023, and there's a few of them. We got new ads in 20. Oh. I was very, very, very wrong. This is an amazing product to run. Look at the amount of ads they've got. This may be the best thing I've found today. They're not running in Australia. This is for people who do sports. Sell these to golfers, tennis players, pickleball players. You can sell these to people who go to the gym, maybe. I don't know. They don't wear a hat in the gym, but Australians love their hats. This is a killer product. If you can find something similar. No Sweat. That may be the best one today. Okay. Owen. Let me have a look here. Talking flashcards. I mean, they've been around for a long time. Let's have a look, though. Yeah, I don't know about this one. Not a lot of margin in there. They're very, very cheap. This couldn't look any more AI. And she's holding it the wrong way. Just saying. Let's see if these guys are running any ads. I doubt they are. Little infants. Aren't they all little? Oh, dear. I'm guessing this is them, little infant shop, and they got no ads running. So, no, I don't think that's a great product, personally. Bars look nice. Do people still drink these days? Cozy furniture. I mean, you could easily sell furniture like this if you wanted to. It wouldn't be a bad idea if you had suppliers on eBay and you got to know them. You could. These are very heavy, and there was going to be shipping involved, but it wouldn't be bad. I don't think it'd be a bad idea. I think it'd be pretty good. I will eventually create my own outdoor store. We're planning on. I have a product in mind that I want to run with my crew. It's a big project though. What I'm thinking, I haven't seen a store like it, but no, I have, but only in America. I want to sell like potentially like portable garden trays where you can put your veggies and your herbs in a raised garden bed and put it anywhere in your backyard that you want and sort of move it around if you need to. I think it's a cool idea. Okay, so we've got, I think, a car starting kit. These are pretty good. This is a pretty good product. I know a couple of students who've run similar products. I don't think this is the exact one, but it is kind of similar. Come on. Magic Booster. Health and Beauty. I'll see if I can search their domain name. Magic Booster, running this since February 2026. So they got a red MB in their name. Let's see if I can find them here. Because I want to see all of their ads, not just the one. Here we are. Is that that's them right there. That's the red. Oh, they're only the one ad. Interesting. Sometimes it only takes one ad, but yeah, that's not that exciting. I'd rather have a couple of video ads and a few other ads here and there before I was interested. But still, good product. I know that I've seen other stores sell it well. If you want to sell car gadgets, get in there and do some more research and find them. We are out of time today, guys. I hope you found this useful. I hope you've got an idea of what you want to do and where your products are heading. I'll be back with another product review call on Monday to help you guys out. Put your ideas in. It'll come to me. I will look at every single idea you've got, and if I don't think it's a good idea, I will tell you why personally. And if I do think it's a good idea, you will just get added to the next phase of your journey. You'll get leveled up in the system. And any questions that you have, talk to your coaches. They will help you out. And I'll see you guys on Monday. And for those of you staying on, I'll be back in about a minute with the next call, which is a marketing masterclass. For those who want to learn about landing pages, what they should look like, the kind of things I look for, the kind of things that work. For Facebook ads, if you want to learn about them, it's coming up next in the marketing masterclass. If you don't have access to that in the Freedom Club, but you still kind of want to watch it, head over to my YouTube and give me a subscribe. You'll see me go live in about 3 minutes if you want to watch. Other than that, good luck, guys, and go make some money. I'll see you soon.